The sun shines bright on a bustling street as our hero pedals with exaggerated pride. His hat is tilted perfectly, his chest puffed out like a peacock. He rings his bell with a flourish at a passing lady, basking in her radiant beam. But vanity has a price. He turns to gaze back, distracted by her smile. Bang! Tire explodes, bike halts, rider frozen mid-air. Shop air thickens. He eyes mangled rubber. He pokes it gently, and the tire responds with a pathetic, dying hiss. He recoils in horror, summoning his assistant to witness the ruin. They stand in silence, shaking their heads at the tragedy. One by one, the crowd removes their hats in a solemn, synchronized mourning for the fallen wheel. It is a funeral for a bicycle. The shopkeeper decides to dispose of the evidence. He marches to the bin, glancing around shiftily before dropping the tire in. Boing! It springs out, hitting him square in the chest. He snarls and throws it back. Boing! It lands perfectly around his neck, like a rubber noose. The assistant stifles a laugh, but the tire is hurled his way. He ducks, and the rubber loops around a hat stand before settling back on the shopkeeper. This tire refuses to stay dead. Desperation sets in. The shopkeeper stuffs the tire deep into the bin while the assistant sits on the lid to hold the beast down. Suddenly, an inner tube snakes out like a living eel. It slithers across the floor, curling tightly around the shopkeeper's ankle. He tries to bolt, but the tube stretches like a giant rubber band, tighter and tighter. Whop! The snap is violent. The shopkeeper is launched backward, landing legs up in the bin as a policeman enters the room. The room freezes. The policeman inspects the bin as the shopkeeper climbs out, wearing the tire as a belt. "Is this rubbish?" the officer asks, scowling at his notebook. The shopkeeper nods frantically, but the officer's finger is stern. Then, a light bulb moment. "No," the shopkeeper cries. "It is a resource." The policeman's face transforms into a beam of joy. He shakes the shopkeeper's hand, just as the tire slips and crushes the officer's foot. The smile vanishes instantly. They struggle to lift the heavy recycling container, but a small boy simply flicks the brake, sending them face first into the floor as it rolls away. Then, the magic happens. Shredders churn, steel pulled from rubber. Shopkeeper awestruck. It becomes mountain bike trails, equestrian flooring, and bouncy playgrounds for children. What was once waste is now the foundation of a new world. He is truly baffled and inspired. The cyclist returns with another flat, but this time, the shopkeeper knows what to do. He drops the tire in the bin to a chorus of cheers. Suddenly, a horse arrives, burying him in a mountain of tires. A hand holds, "Recycle it," a final surprise.